Okay, here we are. We are live on Facebook. Alistair Hawkes here in my office in Lakewood, Colorado.
Yeah, Dallas Hawks here, same office.
We are talking about the Hike for Evolution system, a self-development system where you can learn some tools to promote your optimal functioning. Today, it's great stuff. Today, we're talking about the practice of synchronization.
Okay, synchronization. Thinking about how important it is to be aware of both the left and the right sides, to be aware of thoughts that are happening and where they can go. Main synchronization is through there's practice clocks where that really does the left and right hand sides of the body, and with different rhythms, using one rhythm on one side and another on the other side to engage both sides of the brain in ways that one's doing one thing and one's doing another thing, but they're doing it and awareness of both sides, and the implications are far-reaching, put it that way.
Definitely. And at a basic like neuroscience level, when you're synchronizing both sides of the brain, you are encouraging neural pathways to cross over the center line of the brain, the corpus callosum, which then allows left and right to talk to each other more readily. Oftentimes we are one side or the other dominant, either right side or left side dominant. And so the clocks practice or any of the synchronization practices helps to integrate the functioning of both sides of the brain and both sides of the body.
Mm-hmm. More concepts about why it's important?
So say I'm a more analytic thinker and I want to become more creative so that I can access those more expressive aspects to me. So I might want to build some pathways so that I can access the part of my brain that helps me be creative.
Mm-hmm.
Say on a physiological level, maybe one of my hands is typically cold or one of my feet is typically cold. So I might use a synchronization practice to pull that kind of cold, intense side of me into a more cooperative function
Mm-hmm.
in the whole body.
Mm-hmm. All of that, wonderful. Along with the hand warming exercises. So then if both sides of the brain are working, both sides of the body, that there's full body awareness, then one more practice would be to warm the hands equally or get balance in that temperature and then raise that temperature. Another topic on that one.
Yeah, hand warming is another practice that we'll teach at some point.
Mm-hmm. Concepts that I think of in synchronization are in the capabilities that we do have, as Alistair said, analytic or creative. And in the letting go, we talked about the past and the future possibilities. So to balance these out, these are all of the things that have happened. This is all the experience that I have. And to balance that out with as many possibilities as I can imagine. And that's part of the letting go, is that can I imagine something turning out differently than what is so predictable? Through my experience, it's predicted that this is going to come, this is the outcome. But through my letting go and opening to more possibility, more opportunity, then I can use and balance those two aspects, past and future, and still stay present in this moment with my full awareness on even the past 5 seconds ago and coming up into 5 seconds from now, to be able to balance those out. So all of my actions are leading towards my best possible outcome that I'm leaning towards, that this is the direction I'm going. So to stay focused on that.
So synchronizing thought, feeling, body, synchronizing all aspects of you so that you can be aware of all of those. It sounds multidimensional.
Wow.
Yeah, like physical, emotional, mental.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. One of the great things about this practice, similar to others, this is one way to do it. And it's a very concise way, breaking it down to the basics as far as I understand. Different systems of learning I've been a part of, and bringing it down to the very basics of building blocks of thought. So yes, to build from those basics into multidimensional ways of being aware and
Nice.
keeping them all in check. It's like this one makes sense to me right now, or this one is most beneficial to me to be thinking along these lines of whatever dimension that is, or whatever aspect that is.
Awesome.
Yeah, to keep all of that to keep all of it in mind, and to be able to use it.
Access it on a moment-to-moment basis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Awesome. Would you like to demonstrate?
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to allow you to just talk through it because we describe it differently. And so in a future clocks video, this is the basic clocks practice that you'll show us.
Mm-hmm.
And in a future basic clocks video, I'll describe the practice as I do it. So Dallas will describe right now as he does it.
Okay. Hi, everybody. So then both hands, and this may be, we may go over this again, so I'll do it quickly, and then there'll be another one, I think, within the rest of this series. So we're going to go one way or the other, and just figure out, move one hand and move the other one, and see which direction's best. I'll go counterclockwise this time.
So both hands go in the same direction.
Yes. So one circle here, one circle here. This one stops top, bottom. This one stops side, top, side, bottom. And so to do those in sync, top, side, bottom, top, top, side, bottom, bottom. It's called clocks, as if these are 6. I'm just going to go around 6, 3, 12, 9, 6, 6, 3, 12, 9, 6. So 6 to 12, 6 to 3, 12 to 6, 3 to 12, 12, 6 to 12, 12 to 9, 12 to 6, 9 to 3. So to do it,
Fluid motion. One hand is going twice as fast as the other hand. Remembering to breathe. And also standing in a really solid axis form so that the whole body's engaged.
yeah, keep your feet on the ground. Keep your tail on the ground. So that can be done both ways, either hand going faster than the other one. So this one could go twice fast. All kinds of details around that, all kinds of ways to expand. But to start with one direction, one hand, whatever that is, as a leader hand. If I'm using one hand to count with 1, 2, 3, 4, then stick with that and get really fluid with it.
So if you're starting in a clockwise position, then stick with that until you're fluid with it, until you try to move clockwise, just because you want to build those neural pathways in such a way that you're getting the direction and you're getting the speed and the way that the hands are moving, so that you're really actually learning the synchronization.
Mhm. Yeah, the main key is to get that to be fluid. And then it's not going to be easy to get that to be fluid if you're working on the positioning with one of the four ways and you're trying to get all four ways at the same time.
This is a tricky practice. It's akin to rubbing your belly and patting your head. And so if you can do that, you can definitely do clocks. And as you do it, you encourage new neural pathways to grow so that both sides of the brain can talk to each other, so that both sides of the body are working in harmony with one another. And we would love to provide a handout for you if you're interested in this practice or want to see a video for this practice on the Hike for Evolution website. They're available there in some form or fashion. And we'll be posting practice videos on YouTube soon.